in the media conference with Lal Goyal, which is brought to you by V4 News, Global TV, V4 Stream, News Gaon Se, Samvad Sarokar News, Organ Donation India Foundation and Gyan. Our endeavor is to enlighten you with the current topic. And today our topic is role of youth in communication. Before I will go to main topic, I would like to inform you that today we are celebrating World Athletics Day. World Athletics Day is celebrated every year on May 7th to spread awareness among the youths regarding the importance of fitness and boost their participation in athletics. This day was introduced by the then president of International Amateur Athletic Federation, IAAF, Mr. Primo Nebilo, in 1996 as a social responsibility project, Athletic for a Better World. Media conference with Lal Goyal wishes you all on World Athletics Day. Now coming to the main topic, role of youth in communication. Communication from Latin communicare, meaning to share. It is the act of developing among entities or groups through the use of sufficiently mutually understood signs, symbols, and semiotic conventions. The main elements inherent to communication have been described as the formation of communicative motivation or reason, message composition, further internal or technical elaboration on what exactly to express, message encoding, for example, into digital data, written text, speech, pictures, gestures, and so on. Transmission of the encoded message as a sequence of signals using a specific channel or medium. Noise sources such as natural forces and in some cases human activity, both intentional and accidental, begin influencing the quality of signal propagating from the sender to one or more receivers. Reception of signals and reassembling of the encoded message from a sequence of received signal. Decoding of the reassembled encoded message. Interpretation and making sense of the presumed original message. These elements are understood to be broadly overlapping and recursive activities rather than steps in a sequence. For example, communicative actions can commence before a communicator formulates a conscious attempt to do so, as in the case of ethics. Likewise, communicators modify their intentions and formulations of a message in response to real-time feedback. For example, a change in facial expression. Practices of decoding and interpretations are culturally enacted not just by individuals. For instance, trigger anticipatory expectation for how a message to be received, and receivers of any message operationalize their own frames of reference in interpretations. The scientific study of communication can be divided into information theory, which studies the quantification, storage, and communication of information in general. Communication studies, which concerns human communication. Biosemiotic, which examines communication in and between living organisms in general. Biocommunication, which exemplifies sign-mediated interactions in and between organisms of all domains of life, including viruses. The channel of communication can be visual, auditory, tactile, haptic, for example, braille or other physical means, olfactory, electromagnetic, or biochemical. Human communication is unique for its extensive use of abstract language. Development of civilization has been closely linked with progress in telecommunication. The history of communication technologies, media, and appropriate inscription tools have evolved in tandem with shifts in political and economic systems and by extension system of power. Communication can range from very subtle processes of exchange to full conversations and mass communication. The history of communication itself can be traced back since the origin of speech circa 5 lakhs BCE. The use of technology in communication may be considered since the first use of symbols about 30,000 years BCE. Among the symbols used, there are cave paintings, petroglyphs, pictograms, and ideograms. Writing was a major innovation, as well as printing technology and more recently telecommunications. Children and adolescents seem to communicate with their peers more electronically than face to face. They chat with their friends through instant messaging, texting, social network sites such as Facebook, email, WhatsApp, etc. Oftentimes, they are multitasking. They may be texting several of their friends while chatting via instant message and at the same time listening to the latest music download. Their wood is insular in constant motion and seemingly never ending. There is information sharing in these messages which appear to be slightly exaggerated sound bites. Discussions about homework, sports, and the latest trends are shared. Drama and conflict are also included in these conversations, but there is no real means to resolve them. Their online conversations tend to be short, but the back and forth dialogue with a multitude of friends can last for hours, and simultaneously, they are playing the latest video games. They also consider playing online games with their friends as meaningful contact and conversation. This seems more like parallel play as opposed to really being engaged with one another. Many young people prefer to communicate electronically rather than face to face. This is because face to face communication has become foreign to them since they have limited experience communicating live in person. And in the present time, when we are facing this corona pandemic very badly, we all know that the communication is online only or through the telecommunication. No in-person communication is advisable. And right now, all the youth, everyone, including senior citizens, they all are communicating through these means only. So the communication which is started from painting in the very beginning now has come online or on the electronic media. We are not talking in person because of the pandemic right now, but otherwise also it was seen lately for last 5 or 10 years that even in a house, 8 or 10 people or 6 people, they all are busy on their mobile phones or on laptop instead of communicating with each other. It has also come to in the knowledge or in the forefront that many times even to wish their own son or a daughter or to their parents, although they are in the next room of the same house, they are wishing by using the method of doing from WhatsApp. Now, to discuss this very, very important point, that is role of youth in communication, we have 7 youth from different parts of India with us, and we also have our chief guest today. So I would like to invite and introduce my chief guest of today's program, and he is Mr. Tom Sharek. Mr. Tom is the Vice President and Business Head, Auto Finance of the Bhavan International Group Holding LLC, Sultanate of Oman, Muscat. The Bhavan International is a diversified group with business interests in various countries in Middle East and Africa. They are the leading distributors of major automotive brands in Middle East. Mr. Tom is having industry experience of 35 years of dealing in media, finance, and automobiles. He is also a distinguished Toastmaster. Toastmasters International is a non-profit organization engaged in supporting individuals in self-development in leadership and communication. Welcome, Mr. Tom Sharek, on our show. Mr. Tom, you are being associated with Toastmasters International, which is engaged in supporting individuals in self-development in leadership and communication. So this topic of role of youth in communication is, I'm sure, is very close to your heart. Today, in the present scenario, when we are seeing that not only youth, everyone in the world are communicating through the electronic media, through mobiles, laptop, desktop. Now, in this time, definitely the communication have increased manifold, but it has also told, it has, as I have read in the report, the language, the writing skills have gone down. Many times we have seen, we receive the message and we have to apply mind what message is, because it is in such a short form that I think only youth can understand what they are sending to each other, not a person, a oldie like me. But now, you being such a authority in this subject, we would like to know from you the role of youth in communication. Mr. Tom Syrick, please.
Good morning, Mr. Goyal and other panelists, for today's discussion on the role of youth in communication. First of all, let me thank Mr. Goyal and his team for inviting me for this program. I'm really honored, and I'm sure this will help at least a few to think what we are doing is right, or how to do it in the right way when we talk about communication. Communication is a human faculty which was used, I would say it is misused, it is overused, and it is not being used in the right way most of the time. Many a times we find it's a nuisance, and at times we try to avoid, but then it catches up with us. How it is useful for us, or how as youth we should get ready to do effective communication rather than doing communication for the sake of it. I want to tell you a small story. I used to take a lot of career guidance programs at one time. Those days I used to work in a company called Rashtradeepiya Limited. And after a few years, one boy, his name was Roshan, he walked up to me in one occasion and he asked me, "Sir, I want to have a word with you." So I said, "Fine." He told me, "Sir, I have attended 4 career guidance programs of yours, but still I do not have a job." So I took him aside. I started discussing with him. "So Roshan, have you really prepared your resume and sent it to the probable companies which can offer you a job? Have you prepared for attending interviews?" What I found, Roshan had the knowledge, but he did not really know how to put it into use for getting a job. Today, we are going to discuss about communication. I'm sure we will get a lot of information or knowledge today. Now, communication as a skill can be attained not by listening to speeches, nor by reading about it. It's like how you learn driving, how you learn swimming, or how you learn cycling. You need to practice and you need to prepare yourself to become an effective communicator. This is the first message I want to give you. So those of you who are listening today, please start practicing yourself how to become an effective communicator rather than just listening to things which, as a skill, if you want to develop, you need to do it yourself. And communication is such a skill. Today, I would like to compliment the youth who are here attending this or participating in this seminar along with me. Abhinandan, Elizabeth, Lima, Neha, Shivani, Tejasvi, and Asif. I'm sure your participation today will give you some insight as to how to improve your communication skills. So I must compliment you for taking the effort to be here. I'm sure many people would have got the invitation and they would have backed out because they thought maybe it's not meant for you, or I am too overqualified, why should I attend it? It never ends. Now, why is communication so important? Now, as Mr. Goyal said, all of us keep communicating. I think we spend about 50% of the time of the day communicating with somebody or somewhere, either through SMS, on WhatsApp, or on the YouTube, or listening to someone. That is also part of communication. But then, are we effectively communicating? And why effective communication is important? There was a survey conducted in the United States of America, and they found 60% of employers said the applicants who come for the jobs in their companies do not have the required communication abilities and they get rejected, not because of lack of knowledge, because they do not have the required communication abilities. 69% of managerial members fail in communicating properly with their members. 74% of the employees feel that there is no effective communication in their organizations. In fact, 28% of all the projects get delayed because of lack of proper communication between the members. And in US alone, there is a loss of $62.4 million revenue every year because of poor communication. Now, it shows how important it is. Communication is not only important in organizations, it's important in building good families. It's important in building relationship between parents and children. It's important in building relationship within the societies. It is important in building relationship between nations and collaborative work. I would like to stress effective communication is what is really required today. Now, what is communication? I think Mr. Goyal explained in his opening remarks what exactly communication is and how it has evolved over the years. I would summarize it and say it's a process of exchanging ideas, information, thoughts, feelings, emotions, such a way that the other person understand and act on it. That's proper communication. Sending a message is not a communication if the other person doesn't even read it. And today's world, what really is happening, everybody is communicating one-sided. We are not even bothered whether the person who is receiving it is actually even looking at it. I'm happy I've sent a message. I'm happy I've sent a WhatsApp video. I'm happy that I've posted something in the YouTube. How many people have seen it? How many people have acted on it? Was it effective? Is not my business as a sender of this message. Now, communication, as I told you, it's expression of emotions, thoughts, feelings. In fact, you don't know. I mean, I was surprised to find that more than 90% of the communication is non-verbal. Now, we spend a lot of time on building verbal communication skills, but 90% of the communication is non-verbal. A child crying is actually communicating, I am hungry or I need attention. A dog wagging its tail is telling its master, I like being around you. A lover smiling at you, you know what it really means. Your parents frowning without saying anything has more impact than really talking. Most of the youngsters know that. If they talk, it's better. If they frown, it means something else. So communication can be non-verbal. In fact, I am just reminded of a story. You have seen this movie, MS Dhoni, a biopic. In that, there's a scene where he's hitting sixes after sixes to one particular gallery. He was told the selectors are sitting in that gallery. And what was he doing? He was actually communicating. I am a good player. Please select me. And he got selected to the Indian team. So communication can also be non-verbal. In fact, majority is non-verbal communication. What happens in the communication process? I think Mr. Goyal explained it. So you have a sender. He or she encodes the message. It's transmitted. It reaches a receiver. Receiver decodes it and then act on it and gives a feedback. That's where the communication is complete. Most of the time we are happy as a sender. We send a message and we are happy about it. Whether it's getting decoded and acting on it is not important, or we are not looking into it. But a communication process is complete when it is received by the person and it is acted on. Now, here is the importance of listening, which most of us forget. In a communication process, listener is equally important as the sender of the message. We are listeners majority of the time, but do we really care what we listen to? Like Mr. Goyal said, we will do multitasking. We'll be listening to music, we'll be writing on the computer, we'll be chatting with friends with another mobile, and it goes on and go forth. But are we really paying attention and listening to the messages which are coming to us? And you know, it's very, very important, especially interpersonal relation in communications. And when you communicate with, you're attending an interview, developing active listening skills are very critical and very important. I'm reminded of a story which I read some time back. You heard about Franklin D. Roosevelt, who was the President of the United States of America. And he played a prank on his guests in one of the dinners where he invited some of them for a dinner party. And he knew most of the people won't listen to what he's saying, and he was convinced about it. He was a good speaker, but he knew that. So in the dinner, you have these greetings, like everyone will line up and greet the president. So in the greeting, what he told, he thought, I'll play a prank. Instead of greeting, good morning, good afternoon, how are you, and all that, he said, I have murdered my grandmother today morning. And believe it or not, the story says that except for one person, nobody else really got the message. And he told, you must be joking, President. Most of the other people had pre-made messages to tell the president. He said, good morning, thank you, very nice of you. It is a pleasure meeting you, President, all these things. When they heard this, that I have murdered my grandmother today morning, they said, very nice of you, President. So can you imagine that what really happened is they were not listening. Maybe a story, but it's a fact. Think about occasions where we have not really listened and we have lost the plot. Maybe you have been attending an interview. Maybe when you're talking to your parents, most of the time we don't listen. We hear, but we don't put the effort to understand what they are telling. That's where we really need to work on. Be a good listener if you want to be a good communicator. Listening is 50%. I'm reminded of another incident, like I was attending a seminar and the presenter of the seminar announced in the beginning, those of you cannot hear me, raise your hands. And he raised the hand and majority of the people raised the hand. What is the message? Those of you cannot hear me, raise the hands. This is actually what happens today, and it is increasing day by day because we don't care what we hear. We don't want to understand. We don't listen. We just are happy that we communicate. It becomes sending. Now, listening is a skill all of us need to develop because it will solve majority of the problems in the families, in the society, in the nation, and between the nations. If we really listen, understand what is the message which is coming across to us and act on it. And this is a very important part of communication. Can we become effective communicators? Yes, we can, provided we put effort to become effective communicators. I want to tell you my story. When I was in 7th standard, you know, teachers will line up people to make speeches. I'm sure all of us have gone through this experience. So in one occasion, my name was also put. And when my name was to be called, I went and hid in the toilet because I was so scared that I may fall down on the stage or do something. And I couldn't attend. All this changed when I joined college. I decided, I knew that developing proper communication will be very useful for building your career. So I joined the debate club. In fact, today also I practice and learn communication on a daily basis by being a member of Toastmasters International, wherein there are Toastmaster clubs where we go and practice. It is self-development. We speak, we listen to feedbacks, we improve. There was a time when I joined the Toastmasters, you know, I used to have so many crutches like, you know, and pauses. But I have I'm not saying I'm 100% overcome, but every day we learn. So we need to put the effort to practice if you want to become a good communicator. I don't know how many of you heard about Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill was the Prime Minister of England during the Second World War. Even today, his speeches are world famous. We can listen to it, and he is known to speak so well. But then it is said to make a 10-minute speech, he used to take days to prepare. Every word, every sentence, every meaning of what he is going to speak, he will write and rewrite again and again. And that's how we used to communicate. So preparation and practice is the key to becoming effective communicators. Just by wishing that I'll become a good communicator is not going to happen. We need to effectively practice. People say, I am afraid. Now, this fear will also be overcome when you do better practice. You will be able to speak better. Now, human beings struggled for years to develop the communication as we see today. We live in the world of internet. We live in the world of instant communication. Imagine when I was a student, I used to study in a boarding school. My house was in Kottayam. I used to study in Trivandrum in Kerala. Every week, I will write a letter to my parents on a Saturday. And I will get a reply every week. So there was a delay of 1 week between me knowing what's happening to my parents and they knowing what's happening to me. Today, I'm sure every parent will message every child every half an hour. I'm sure all of you are getting messages now. How is it going? How is it going? These are the days of instant messaging. These are days of WhatsApp. The internet has revolutionized communication in a way that it is really, it is become a very useful because we are able to speak across today. I am sitting in Muscat. Some of you are sitting in other part of the world, but we are able to communicate together to an audience. Sitting in the comfort of your room, you can communicate with millions today in a few seconds. That's the beauty of the communication, what is today. Now, are we using it responsibility? This is a message I want to give it to the youth of today. Are we really reading when we push a WhatsApp message to your group? Are we really understanding what is the message in it? Is it required for me to send it to the group? When we coin or send something across in a YouTube video, are we really thinking, is it going to be a useful message? I would request every youth to communicate positively. We've got enough of news channels, newspapers, which is spreading negative news because that is what sells. I'm sure in these days of pandemic, there are hundreds and thousands of beautiful stories of human kindness which is happening across the country. Can you tell me one story which you have read in the last 1 week? Think about it. One positive story has any of you read in the last 1 week? And think of how many negative stories you have seen and videos you have seen. I am 100% sure there will be thousands of beautiful positive stories which is across the globe, which is happening in these pandemic times. Spend time on spreading positive stories, which is what will help the world around us. As youth, you are the power. You have the future. You are the people who can really make a difference to the world. And use your power, your ability, and your skills to benefit positively the humankind today. I must really compliment Mr. Lal Goyal and also Mr. N.V. Paulos, Chairman of Global TV, who are taking a lot of steps in spreading positive news. Every media conference with Lal Goyal on a daily basis is full of positive news. It's all positivity which they are spreading, which doesn't happen very often. They are not bothered what is the TRP rating, what they are getting, but they are very concerned what is the positive news we can spread. So on this occasion, let me compliment Mr. Lal Goyal and his team, and each one of you are participating here. And I urge all the listeners, spend time on spreading positive communication. Prepare, listen, and send positive communication. Over to you, Mr. Goel.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tom Sarek, for giving such a inspirational and motivational communication to all the youths today. And the very important point I would like to just say about Mr. Tom, in this last 20 minutes, he has communicated by giving, by telling 7 stories, 7 incidents or stories. Now, storytelling is a very, very powerful tool for a communication. So if really anybody wants to understand or to know how to communicate better, he should be a very good storyteller. And I think we must compliment Mr. Tom Sarek for giving such a beautiful thoughts of his by those stories, which are communicating very, very short stories, but the message is very loud and clear. Now, this is real a person who is an authority in communication. That is what the youth of today should understand, that how to communicate. And one more important point which Mr. Tom has said is about the positivity. Today, what we are seeing is that so many WhatsApp have been forwarded without verifying whether they are fake or they are genuine. And that is creating a lots and lots of problem everywhere, in not only in India, but in the world, but especially when we are talking in India, many problems are coming, whether it is for the pandemic, whether it's for the vaccination, so much myths we are communicating. I think what Mr. Tom initially says, miscommunication or wrong communication is very bad in one way. If we are not a good communicator, no problem, but we should not communicate anything which is not true. Thank you very much, Mr. Tom, and I'm sure your message today is so loud and clear that it will reach to all, not only to the youth, but all, even a senior citizen like me would definitely like to follow what you have said today. Thank you very much, Mr. Tom. Now I would like to invite my youth guest. First, I would like to invite first guest, and he is Mr. Abhinandan Maurya. Welcome, Mr. Abhinandan Maurya, on our show. Mr. Abhinandan Maurya, you have heard what our chief guest, Mr. Tom, has mentioned. Now, we would like to know from you your views on role of youth in communication. Mr. Abhinandan Maurya, please.
Very good morning, sir. Thank you so much. And very good morning to our chief guest and chief editor, sir, as well, and to all the intellectuals are present over here. So hello, everyone. I'm Abhinandan Maurya, and I'm a media entrepreneur running my social media marketing agency, wherein I'm providing the services, web designing, graphic designing, and social media management. And also I'm a growth mindset practitioner, wherein I'm learning on a daily basis how can I help myself also, or to all the people who are out there with me. And I'm from Prayagraj, Uttar Pradesh. So coming to the point, youth role in communication. So I would say that the communication plays a vital role in our, I won't say only youth, it plays a vital role in everybody's life. As I would like to share one of my personal story over here. I was asked to a relative that question related to my academics, and I was not able to communicate with them, and I was not able to answer them. But what I found that something was missing, the miscommunication was there. So I came back to place and thought what I can do so that my communication level is grown. So I started practicing 12 hours a day to learn a particular language that we call English language. And I continuously started learning somewhere around 365 days. I mean to say 1 year, 12 hours a day. And that's how slowly and steadily I learned this particular English language. And coming to the point again, that how the communication is playing the role in youth's life. is there are two categories of communication. The first category is constructive, second is destructive. As when I give the meaning of constructive and destructive is constructive communication, which gives some sense, which gives some good result, and destructive communication, it does not give any sense at all or does not give any good result. So in miscommunication, what I would like to share some thoughts on this disruptive or destructive communication. What people are doing, like we are not taught in that way so that we can communicate. Because once I was attending a seminar and it was all about a product, and I asked them that, sir, why don't we have the products over here? Why do we have plenty of the people gathered over here? So what that person replied, I was really flabbergasted at the moment. It was, the person said, we do not have the product problem, we have the communication problem. So I came to the point, I was like, this is what I really need to upgrade. So I started working on my communication and I started developing it. And today I have my online university wherein I teach students. I have also plenty of the mentees wherein I'm mentoring them. So now what I'm doing, I'm just building the constructive communication wherein I could teach all those people and they can also build the good business all around the world. So yeah, that's what I just wanted to put the points. Like we have two kinds of communication, constructive and destructive, and it plays a vital role in our youth. So once I'll understand that, we have to focus on that constructive communication. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Abhinandan Maurya. And I would like to add one thing, although he has communicated very nicely, that he belongs to a city. He has mentioned Prayagraj, Allahabad. Correct, Mr. Maurya? Is it correct? Yes.
Yes, sir.
The Allahabad University was one of the time at that time which was sending the maximum civil servants in India. And there used to be one famous hostel, I think A.N. Jha, if I'm not wrong, where if the students are going there, they are taking the admission, they studied, and they are selected in the ICS and then IAS. All IECS and ICAS officers at one time were the products of Allahabad University, which is now the Prayagraj, which is an UP. Today, people says that the English is very poor of the UP people, but Mr. Abhinandan has proved that one has to learn, and that is a learning process, is a continuous process. Even I am learning every day by conducting media conference from everyone. And this is where the role of youth is very important. If you feel that you are learned so much and you are not interested to learn much, no, you have to learn. As our chief guest has also mentioned, that he has joined that Toastmasters thing and he wants to improve, and he is improving every day. That should be the spirit, and which I'm sure what Mr. Abhinandan has said is very correct, that one has to learn every day. Thank you very much, Mr. Abhinandan Maurya, for giving your views. Now I would like to invite my next youth guest, and she is Miss Elizabeth Sebastian. Miss Elizabeth, you have heard what our chief guest, Mr. Chomsirik, has spoken, and the earlier youth guest has spoken. Now we would like to know from you your views about the role of youth in communication. Miss Elizabeth Sebastian, please.
Very good morning to you all. And my name is Elizabeth Sebastian. I am originally from Pune, Maharashtra, but I am currently pursuing my B.Ed studies in St. Aloysius Institute of Education, Mangalore. I would definitely like to express my views about the role of youth in communication, and I count it my privilege to have been a part of this esteemed portal here. Before I start with my topic of the day, I would definitely like to segregate it into two eminent parts, which is pretty much the crux of the topic today. So we are here to talk about the role of youth in communication. The two major aspects of this particular talk for the day would definitely revolve around the two major aspects, which is youth and communication. Youth, as we all know, are the most dynamic and impulsive age group of the current population. If you productively think of how can you give the required skills and techniques to youth, then that definitely pumps in a lot of positivity. And in terms of progress, it's definitely a drastic effect that you see with the contribution of youth. Secondly, we talk about communication. Well, like we have a lot of inputs that we've got even before the youth guest starts speaking. Firstly, from Mr. Lal Goyal, and secondly, from Mr. Tom Surya. Both of them have given us decent emphasis about communication and how we need to focus on effective communication. The usual barrier that I, as a trainer to be or trainer in making, have noticed is that people happen to confuse language with communication. Language is just a medium of communication, and people, especially the youth, should not consider language to be the top priority of communication. One, my dear friends, can communicate irrespective of the language. The only thing that you are supposed to be taking into consideration is that the person who you wish to communicate your thoughts to should know the language of your preference. It need not necessarily be English, since most other people say and talk and put a lot of emphasis on the vocabulary, the grammar, the lexical range of English. I, in this particular portal, would definitely like to say English is just one amongst the many other languages that people can use for communication. If your thoughts about what you intend to do are pure and have an agenda, then communication is what should rule, and language should just be a medium of communication. Having said that, also, most other things that we want to do in our world today in terms of creating a change or bringing about progress in the nation will happen only in English, because that is the standard language. And that is why we are compelled to get ourselves fully fledged in English, considering that to be the standard language of communication. Or on a global range, if you check, if you compare other regional languages, it will be difficult to communicate your thoughts that effectively. Having said that, the role of communication, the role of youth in communication, if you talk about, in my opinion, is purely influential, because youth are that particular age group of the society that have highly influensive power. You see, most other things that have been trending today, that have got a lot of popularity and publicity, are things in which the youth is involved. This is firstly because most of them are tech savvy. They know very well how to mediate things across the globe and make it profound to people near and far. And this is exactly where the role of youth comes. Youth are the best means of communicating messages to people worldwide without a lot of hassle, because firstly, they have the technical skills all set up to make sure that their messages is being spread wide. But having said that, since you have this armor of sending things widespread, you also need to make sure that you're mediating the right message, as Mr. Tom has already emphasized on. So being the youth of this current generation, and also to other people who are a part of this particular portal, my only message is that you have the skill of putting forth messages forward. Let's focus on making sure that the information that we are thus radiating is right, not only to our knowledge, but also in terms of facts and figures. So this particular message from my end will just be this, that this is an awakening call to all of you wonderful youth of the generation. Let's make sure that we're taking forth the right information and thus making it known to more and more people in the best way possible. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Elizabeth Sebastian, for giving your views. Yes, you rightly said that the message and information which is going out from the youth, it should be verified and it should not be a fake. Generally, what happens that the youth, when they are receiving some video or WhatsApp, and they feel that's very, very interesting. As our chief guest has mentioned, that negativity is always very good, attracts the TRP. But when the youth sees those videos without thinking, they just pass the video. They only see who has sent. If suppose they know that this friend of mine on this one has sent me, the credibility is there without verifying the video's credibility. And that is a problem here. You youth have a role to play, very important role. Today, there are so many, like Google search. If you just go on Google search, check up you verify the truthness of that video or the message which you have received. It will take hardly few seconds or 1 minute or so. You will get the information that whether this news is correct or not. If not, please return that video or send a reply to the person who has forwarded the message to you, that see, this message is a fake message, this forward is not correct. Please return this same message to whosoever has sent to you. So basically, instead of forwarding any message, start a backward messaging, so that what will happen, that the person who has created that fake message, should receive back the message that this is a fake message, please don't circulate this. There the role of youth is important. Not only forwarding or not only stopping, you must see to it that there should be a reply go to the person. I am telling you myself, today at this age and with so much work of my media conference, whenever any forwards comes to me, like I will tell you, yesterday I received a video which was of Amarnath Shivling, that the Shivling has started, and the first video from the Indian Army, where you can see the darshan of Lord Shiva. And it was seen in that some figure is coming, which they were explaining that this is Shiva with Ganga. I asked the person who has sent, for which is this of this year, have you verified? So immediately he replied, no, I have not verified. So when this is the situation, please immediately check or ask the person. Thank you very much, Ms. Elizabeth Sebastian, for giving such a good suggestion and appeal to the youth for forwarding only the true and correct, genuine messages. Now, I would like to invite my next youth guest, and she is Miss Lima Catherine. Miss Lima, you have heard what our chief guest, Mr. Tom, has spoken, as well as what your earlier youth guest has spoken. Now we would like to know from you the role of youth in communication. Miss Lima Catherine, please.
Good morning, everyone. And I'm myself, Lima Catherine. I'm pursuing my post-graduation from St. Aloysius College, Mangalore, on Master of Social Work. And I'm currently from Kerala. And wherever I have listened about the topic, which is much relevant in this time by the speakers of the day, Mr. Lal Goyal, and also from the Tom Sarik sir, which I think communication is much better, or it is an important tool in our life. I will specify it as a tool itself because it is very much important in our life. I believe communication can make a change over the can make the change, because while we go through the history and also from all, we know how much the communication has brought about changes, especially while cutting the talk of the day, while discussing about the communication and the role of youth on communication. I will tell that youth is the most powerful, and like our former President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, has already spoken that youth are the most ignited minds of India. So like I have to tell that youth has many things to do. I am telling that youth has a proper sufficient space in this world. So while talking about the importance of the youth and the specific on the communication, it can be tell as it it can be tell as there is a correct space, or that all individuals are unique and different. All thought processes are different. Me, I am different, and all others are different. So each one has its own thinking process and also each own ideas, which can bring about changes. So for that, communication will help in the better way for the betterment of the society. I would like to point about the point that has told by Sir Tom about the active listening. While active listening, I was not aware about active listening because I have done my master's and we have a fieldwork in the curriculum. So I was really fed up because we get a local place as in Karnataka. We get a place as a rural village where I don't know Kannada to speak. Then that was a big task for me. That was first time our lecturer, our fieldwork lecturer gives a task to visit a local place. And I don't know, I was failed in my first task. And that was a lesson for me for being a good communicator. And later on, I was studying instantly about how to communicate, how to be a good communicator on the level of the fieldwork. So after all, now I'm being so proud to be doing many works on community, as we communicated through our own language, and we communicated with these people, and we have done such brilliant works over in many of the rural villages over the Karnataka, which has bring about more confidence and also more lessons to learn more about the communication. Because I'm telling that it helped me. Active listening has helped me in a very good manner for doing such a grateful work up to here. And also, while I have to give a suggestions like that, my co-host has, like Elizabeth has also already spoke about the right and wrong things. It is very much important to decide what is right and what is wrong. While we communicate, we have to think many times before. We have to think and we have to know what is going on. We have to get a knowledge about what all the things are happening all around. Then only we can communicate properly. Then only we can pass positive things properly. Otherwise, it will be not be a good communication, or we cannot convey the message what we are doing. I had failed in my degree times by doing my communication, because I have done my in my degree in English. I am not much interested to do my English because my father was like to do that. So I just said okay for doing my literature studies. Then I was not happy. I can't convey him. I can't make him really convinced of I can't do this. But later I just developed myself. I just want to prepare myself. I just developed myself and I just talked him. That time I realized that what is really communication is. So I think that the communication has a prominent role in the life of youth at all, not only youth, but also I can tell that specifically for the youth to bring about the changes. Recently, I heard a speech of Greta Thunberg. I think she's a good climate activist. She's a young climate activist who has given a good messages all over the time. She inspires me a lot by her talking. I didn't see her always pleasant by talking, but the messages, the words that she pointed out towards has made me really influential and motivation. So I think that we have to think more and more while we are talking. We have to be knowledgeable when we are talking. And also the aspect of active listening, which has to be there in our, as a social worker professional, as a trainee, I know the importance of the active listening was much important in everyone's life. So I wish to be all to be like that, to think before what you do, to think what you do, and also have to more clear about what is right and what is wrong in the society. Thank you, sir, for this opportunity.
Thank you very much, Ms. Lima, for giving such a honest communication. Because if you are communicating honestly without applying your mind by heart, that communication is more effective than applying your brain. Yes, sometimes we have to apply the brain when we are negotiating a business deal. Otherwise, if you are talking to your family, if you are talking to your friends, if you are talking to anyone, and if you are talking from your heart, then that communication is always very powerful. The example is the because that is from heart to heart. That has nowhere the brain is applied. Neither the child applied the brain nor the mother applied the brain. That is the power of the communication. Thank you very much, Ms. Lima. And I wish that you always in your life have this honest communication from your heart. Thank you very much. Now I would like to invite my next youth guest, and he is Mr. Asif Khan. Mr. Asif Khan, you have heard our chief guest, Mr. Tom Syarnik, as well as all our earlier youth guests. Now, we would like to know from you the role of youth in communication. Mr. M.D. Asif Khan, please.
Thank you all of you for providing me this amazing opportunity. It was an honor for me. And thank you, Lal sir, our chief guest, Tom sir, and all of our guests over here. I'm Mohammad Asif Khan. I'm a sales funnel expert. I help coaching businesses to scale their business online and make them profitable. Like there was one time, like when I
Hey,
was not able to.
one more. In which city? Yeah, Mr. Khan, which city you are doing it?
Right now, I'm speaking from Nepal, Pokhara,
Okay, so you are based there, or you
based
are
in
you are doing from there only?
yeah. Right now, I'm doing from here,
Okay,
but
fine.
my
Go ahead. Please
hometown
go ahead.
is like in Bihar, India.
Okay,
Okay.
please go
Like
ahead.
there was one time like I was not able to communicate properly. There was one institute where I went and to learn something, but I was good in that particular skill. Even I can say that in Photoshop, in graphic designing, in my like when I was in class 10, 11, I was very good in that. Even I teach to my teachers also that how you can create some kind of this like shortcut keys and all those things. But once my teacher told me, as if in stand up and what you know just explain about that what work you have done. And because of lack of the communication, that because of my poor communication, I was not able to explain my message, whatever thoughts and like ideas what is in my mind exactly to the person. And because of that I became so embarrassed, and everyone is laughing at me and staring at me those eyeballs. And it feels me like I need to improve myself, I need to work on it. And later on I work on it, and I met Rahul Bhatnagar sir, and he is a communication he have a course of communication mastery. I enrolled to it. I learned so many things out of that, having like practicing so many things. Then after completing the course and after like improving myself, now I'm able to communicate with the people who are like in foreign people in India, people in Nepal, and people in Taiwan countries. I'm working in like right now in Real Knowledge Club, okay, and I'm helping people to grow their business and scale it online. And just because of that one communication, like just improving that one particular skill, it helped me to scale to a very next level. It helped me to improve to a very next level. My mentor always told me one thing: the quality of our communication will determine the quality of our life. And if we make our life better and better, then our society will be better. And if our society will be better, our country will be better. And I like completely believe in it. And many people say like speaking English is very fancy, using difficult terms is very fancy. As like Tom sir also told, like uh, people don't listen properly to them. If you cannot make them person who is listening to you understand what you are talking, it is useless. So it is very important to use our language, our words very simple. Like if we are speaking something, we need to explain the things in such a way that the front person can even understand. Even a 6-year-old kid, or even a like 80 years old person who know little bit of English, that person can also understand. We should not use jargons or difficult words when we are explaining our story, like when we are explaining anything. Like as you also told in the previous time, like we have to like be better in like while telling a story, okay. So while we are telling a story, we need to use very simple message. See, if we see Google, they are using a very simple message. If we see Tesla, they are using very simple message. Apple also is saying a very simple message. If we see our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, he is also using very simple words while he is giving an speech, and because of that his speech is very impactful and long lasting. And in the same speech, if he use difficult words that the person who is listening them cannot understand, nobody can relate with him. So the number one thing that what I will say, like people need to use very simple English. They should not think like I need to use difficult or jargon words. That is number one thing. And another thing what I will say is like youth right now, the youth are very distracted. They are spending their time below their neck. They are investing in their like right clothes, right shoes, and they are going and investing so many things in those things like which is useless, which value will decrease after 24 hours. But there are very few people like who is investing above their neck, which can give them an investment of 200 times. I'm not talking about 200%. They can give an investment of 200 times if they invest in themselves. So people need to understand that if they invest in themselves, not I'm not talking about formal education, I'm talking about like the self-education, learning from a proven mentor. So this is the thing that what I want to say. We need to keep our message very simple when we are communicating and invest in ourselves on a regular basis, because where energy goes, our focus also, where we focus, our energy flows there. So we need to like think what we, sorry, we need to speak what we need to speak in a very simple way, and always listen right things and good things. If you garbage in, the garbage will be out. So like whatever you are taking, whatever whomever you are listening, listen very wisely and be very selective. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Asif Khan. And one important point which Mr. Asif Khan has mentioned is that the communication is very important. He says, whatsoever education you have taken, but if you are weak in communication, that education will not serve purpose. And as our chief guest has also mentioned that he, in the first story of his, that he has told one of the person came to him and he said that I could not get the job, although he has not mentioned whether he got the job or not, which I think he will in the concluding remark, he must give the reply. I am very eager to know whether that person got the job or not. Thank you very much, Mr. Asif Khan. Yes, this is a very valid point. If you can communicate properly, even if your knowledge is not that up to the mark or not at that level, but if your communication skills are good, you can convince many. Thank you very much, Mr. Asif Khan. Now, I would like to invite my next youth guest, and she's Miss Neha Singh. Miss Neha Singh, you have heard our chief guest, Mr. Tom Sarek, as well as earlier youth guest. Now, we would like to know from you the role of youth in communication. Miss Neha Singh, please.
Thank you so much, sir, for providing me the opportunity. And I am Neha. I'm working as a sales profession, as well as I'm working with a team where, like just like you said, the youth are focusing more upon forwarding the message. They are not verifying. So we are a team working on along with my work. I'm working with the organization where we verified the numbers so that we can provide COVID patient a proper equipment and help so that they can survive their life. Uh, Communication. We all know that communication is a medium of information. We share our idea, we share what we want to communicate. When we heard about the term communication, most of the youth, they think communication means this is a English. If they are not able to speak fluently, they are not communicating well. So this is a misconception. Everybody is focusing upon their body language, their communication skills, their listening skills, their speaking skills, but nobody is focusing upon their personal skills. Like just like the session is started before, we all have heard this is a very important skills. Like we live in a society, we live in an era, we live in a home, but we don't able to share our ideas with our parents, not even with our friends, and that's the reason depression causes. And this has happened with everybody. Like if I'm including my personal story, being from a Hindi medium student, I always face this kind of issue. I was not able to communicate well. Then I realized, no, this is something I need to work upon. But similarly, in my personal life as well, I was not able to share my ideas with my parents, just to have that fear that they will not approve me. Now I am working with Rahul sir as a sales profession. And now I got to know, like being in a consulting thousands of people having this issue. They are not sharing their problem with their friends, their parents. And that's the reason they are just stuck in their life. Uh, so my like being as a youth, it is important to share your knowledge. It is important to share your information, whomsoever you want to share with. Learn the things. It is important. It is good that you are speaking, but at the same time, it is very important that you are listening. Receiving is very important. If you are just speaking, if you are not listening the things, that doesn't mean, like we as a human being, God has given, we speak, we can show our emotion, we can show our feelings, so we can understand each and everything. I also talk to like job professionals. They know a lot of things. They having a good communication skill. They have a lot of idea. But when it comes to represent themselves, they're having a lot of certain doubts. They don't ever able to speak well. So we need to understand. And also they complain a lot of time. Okay, this I am facing this problem, but they never ask themselves, am I really facing this problem, or am I created this problem? So you need to figure it out, whether you have created or you are actually facing that problem. So like, we as a youth, what we can do, we can have a potential of sharing our ideas, our knowledge with the generation. So we can find someone, we can start communicating with strangers, we can regularly practicing, and we can share everything with our parents, so that you can encounter your problems.
Thank you, Miss Neha Singh. Miss Neha Singh, you are from which city? Working-
Basically, I'm based from Bhilai, but I'm working in Goa.
Thank you very much, Ms. Neha Singh. And Ms. Neha Singh has made a very important point initially about the COVID-19 situation. And she said that they are verifying whether the information is correct or not. Yes, I can also share one information that I received early morning one day about last week. One message that free oxygen is available all over India. Please contact on this number we will be giving. And there are few numbers there. And somebody known to me sent this message to me. I immediately told her, please verify, talk to these numbers. If these numbers are genuine and if they are really providing the free oxygen at this hour, I will see to it that today only in my program, I will be flashing all the numbers with all the details. But I want to know everything by 10 o'clock because my program will start at 10:30. And 10 o'clock, she messaged me. She says, sorry, all the numbers are closed. It shows that it is a fake message. Now, this is what is happening. People are not understanding that this is a pandemic where people are losing life, of so many people are dying, and people are sending these types of fake messages. And very, very important role of youth is, please screen all the messages, whatsoever messages are coming, whether it's for oxygen, for it's for the medicine, whatsoever, or for the beds in the hospital. Verify it, talk to them, give a call to them before forwarding, and verify. Check with them or check with other people. See, look, this we have received message, is it correct or not? Thank you very much, Ms. Neha Singh, for giving your views. Now I would like to invite my next youth guest, and she is Ms. Shivani Srivastav. Ms. Shivani Srivastav, you have heard all our you have heard our chief guest, Mr. Tom Shirik, as well as all youth guests who have spoken earlier to you. Now we would like to know from you the role of youth in communication. Ms. Shivani Srivastav, please.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for coming out this morning. My name is Shivani Srivastav. Before I begin this speech, let me tell you about myself. I am a graduate student from Kanpur University, and presently I am pursuing MBA from Lloyd Business School, Greater Noida. I am from Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to express my views on the topic, role of youth in communication. First of all, I would like to explain what an effective communication is. Effective communication is an essential skill to develop in order to have a healthy family relationship. Communication is just that, a skill that can be developed. So if your relationship with your family is not at that level that you would like for it to be, you can exercise and develop the muscle of effective communication just as you would exercise and develop any other muscle. In order to be physically healthy, you would need to exercise your entire physical body in the same way. In order to be a relationally healthy, effective communication will also require you to exercise your entire body. As with any exercise routine, it is important to remember that consistency is the key. The greatest gift you can give to the people in your life is to consistently communicate with your love and gratitude to each of them. What is the one way that you can say I love you? With your ears, with your tongue, with your eyes, with your heart. The modern generation has made young adults forget about face-to-face communication. Why do they need to go to their friend's house if they can chat them in Messenger? There is no need to travel to other countries to talk to their relatives. You can do many through using your phone, computer, and other gadgets. Gallup found out in 2014 that 34% of young adults use mobile devices to communicate. Texting is the best way for them to communicate. The results lower as people get older. Many older people do not use their cell phones when they want to communicate with other people. Communicating through the use of devices really helps teenagers in so many ways. As a matter of fact, parents can benefit from it. They do not have to worry about their children going several miles away just to see their friends. Furthermore, they can check on their children anytime and anywhere. Can modern age help in improving the communication skills of a child? Let's find out. Effective communication skills in the modern age. How does technological improvement in the communication process affect young people? These are some of the impacts of modern day creation on young adults' communication skills. First is the confusion. Mobile devices cannot speak or make other people feel what a person wants to say. A person can actually consider a text message as a positive one, even though that the other person is mad or sad. There is no greater way of expressing what a teenager feels than talking with his friend in person. Confusion happens when the receiver of the message cannot get the point of the sender. Many relationships did not grow because of this. Furthermore, a lot of people assume about something because they cannot see or hear the tone of the person they are talking to. Another thing is the no communication. In the first effect, there is the communication, but there is no guarantee that it will be effective. In this next effect, technology increases the risk of having no communication at all. Children focus on their gadgets or mobile devices. At times, they do not see the need to have face-to-face communication. This results in the no communication. Next is the weaker relationship. People and children lost the sense of bonding through talking with each other or going out. The young adult stage is very crucial because of the challenges around and within himself. This is also the time when teenagers try to find their curiosity. They try alcohol, drugs, and many more. It is very important to have communication with your teen because it builds a stronger relationship. Without it, both of you will not properly express what you truly feel. Without it, your relationship will get weaker. Next is the bullying. People who communicate using a device are actually more careless than those who do not. They do not think about and know how the other person feels because they technically do not see each other. This results in online bullying, which would affect the mental health of a teenager. Aside from this, children might apply bad behavior so that they will not bully it next time. This will affect their social interaction in the future. We know the positive
Please be brief.
Sure. What is a effective communication skill? We now know the positive and negative effects of communication with no social interactions. The question is, what is effective communication skill? How can we make communication effective? You can say that the communication is good when both people share and understand the message. Communication is not just about talking, but listening as well. It becomes effective when there is no confusion between two peoples. There are specific skills that are needed to become a successful communicator. It does not happen overnight, but with practice and perseverance, nothing is impossible. Being an effective communicator changes many things in relationships, businesses, and even in simple social interactions.
Okay, Ms. Shivani, thank you very much for giving your views. So she has mentioned one point which I will just say, that the communication is very important even for the your personal relationship with your family and other near and dear. Thank you very much, Ms. Shivani. Now I would like to invite my last but not the least guest speaker, youth speaker, and she is Ms. Tejasvi P. Ms. Tejasvi P, you have already heard what our chief guest, Mr. Tom Syrick, has spoken, and the earlier youth guest. We would like to know from you the role of youth in communication. Ms. Tejasvi P, please.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Thank you, sir. It was great to hear from you. A warm welcome to all present in the conference and to my dearest viewers who are watching this event live. Hope everyone is safe and doing great. I'm Tejasvi from Mangalore, Karnataka. I'm an MBA Finance graduate from Justice Case Hegde Institute of Management, Nete. It feels really great, and I consider this as my privilege to be here with Lal Goyal sir on this TV conference for today's topic of debate, that is role of youth in communication. Before getting into topic, let us see what communication is all about. Communication is a medium where one person or animal or any other living being understands the other. It can be both verbal and non-verbal. It can be both silence and sound. Communication is nothing but what we are actually doing right now. Modern world uses, they use formal language to communicate with each other, whereas primitive man used sign language. But not always communication means usage of language. It can even be a strange thing where we need to hear what is actually being said or expressed. It is all about how we understand and make others understand. We live in an era where everything seems to be in a haste. People are always busy in their own life stage where no one has enough time to communicate wholeheartedly with each other. As youths, we have an utmost responsibility to communicate with our family, relatives, friends, and well-wishers, and with the society to the one sole purpose of knowledge sharing. But keeping in mind, the language is not a knowledge. One does not need any formal language to communicate anything to other. It can even be done through pictures, signs, symbols, sounds, and other non-verbal formats. But at the end of the day, as a youth, we must make sure that in some sort, the knowledge and information have to be shared. So it can only be done through proper communication. The period of youth, that is 18 to 25 years, is considered to be a transformation age in the life of a person. Many things happen during this time. Effective communication is a must and necessary for youth to express themselves to the society. The effectiveness of your communication has a lot of impacts on your relationships too. It can either make or break your relationship. So as a youth, one needs to be really careful while you make any statement or communicate any information to anyone out there. Now, if you consider you are placed in an organization and you're supposed to report on your work to your supervisor, the best way for you to do it is to have an open and respectful communication at workplace to achieve positive relationship with everyone. But open communication doesn't mean you should be open with anyone or everyone. Certain times communicating the confidential information to those who are unrelated to your firm might put you under danger. So it is not about transferring the knowledge, but also make a fair decision on whom it is need to be transferred. And also the purpose of communication needs to be verified.
I think you have made the point, Mr. Tejasvi Goda. You have made a very, very clear point, and you said that communication is also very important in the workplace. So if you are there was some problem of the net. Your net is not proper. So, but you have made your point. Thank you very much, Ms. Tejasvi Goda, for giving your views. Now I would like to call our chief guest for giving his concluding remark of this today's media conference, where this young youth, they have given so much very good ideas. I'm sure our chief guest will give a concluding remark on that. Mr. Tom Sarek, please.
Mr. Goyal and my fellow panelists and guests, I'm so happy. I realized one thing today, that most of the guests today are action oriented, and action speaks louder than words. In fact, that's the best way of communication. In corporate world, we say something, walk the talk. It will send the message across to your team. If you want everyone to come on time in the office, you better make sure you come on time, because that is communication. Communication is not about language. And all of you have expressed beautifully what communication is all about and how it helps. Abhinandan talked about constructive and destructive. And he decided that I will work on constructive communication. Beautiful. He spoke about mentoring and mentor. And I'm sure he will make a great mentor in times to come. Elizabeth spoke about youth, defined youth and communication. And what is the message? Language is not important. What is important is what you communicate. Your thoughts and agenda is more important than language itself. Beautiful. Lima said communication is a tool, and she spoke how active listening has helped. Beautiful message. But active listening is something which we need to practice. It doesn't come by itself. Neha, she spoke how communication is not about the language. It's not about English. It's about how you share your stories, the way it comes from your heart. Shivani spoke about how exercises and communication are related. Beautiful. As you exercise, you should also practice communication. The whole body speaks. Tejasvi spoke about the responsibility in communication, how you are responsible to your family, your society when you communicate. And Asif shared his personal experience of how he built up his communication skills. Beautiful stories, very positive. And I feel that the future of our society, our world is safe in the hands of the youth, because all of you, I'm sure you are just 7 people here in front of us, but you represent a huge lot of youth. The takeaway what I am taking from here is, for adults like us, we should take up responsibility of mentoring youth, because they face problems, they come across difficulties, they are not able to get their message across to the parents, they don't want to share it with their friends. I think mentoring is an area where the seniors of this country or the world can help and support the youth. And I'm sure it will be a better place to live because of the attitude what each one of you have shown. And you are just a microcosm of the whole society. I'm sure we will find a better place to live. And the future is bright and beautiful. Thank you so much, Mr. Goyal. And I wish everybody a safe and healthy days to come. Let's pray that we will be able to meet each other in the near future. Thank you, Mr. Goyal.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tamsarik, for giving, again, I must say, very inspirational and motivational thoughts of you. And I'm sure that today's our viewers got a very good communication from the youth as well as our chief guest. Thank you very much. And today's program has been live telecasted by V4 News, Global TV, V4 Stream, Newsgaon se Samvad Sarokar News, as well as it was shown live on Facebook and YouTube. And our endeavor is to bring to you every day a new topic. And tomorrow is a special day. So media conference with Lal Goyal at 10:30 a.m. That day is World Red Cross Day. And to have the guest panelist are Professor Dr. P. Subramania, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Mangalore University, Mangalore, Lieutenant General V.K. Chaturvedi, retired PVSM, AVSM, SM, Reverend Father Robbie Kanchachira, CMI, NGO Representative, United Nations Director, Chavra Cultural Center, Delhi, as well as Dr. Janeshwar Pai Marur, Professor Justice K.S. Hegde, Institute of Management, NITTE. So please tune in tomorrow for media conference with Lal Goyal at 10:30 a.m. Thank you very much, Mr. Tamsarik, for giving such a wonderful communication skills you have taught all of us, including me, and I'm sure all our viewers got the benefit of it. And thank you all the youth guests who have joined today, and I'm sure that you will be conveying your messages more effectively in future. And all the best to you all, and all the best and happy, safe, healthy life to all our viewers. Thank you very much for watching our shows. Thank you very much.